I actually had a conversation with one of my friends about 5 years ago, and I said my dream would be to collaborate with Victoria's Secret. When I had the email come through, my heart fell out of my body. I burst into tears.
Today, we are taking a deep dive into a fellow content creator, Martha Armitage.
Do you know what? Manifestation is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, that is, I've said to some people about it, and they're a little bit, okay, whatever. Manifesting is real.
Earlier we had a chat and you were saying how you had a transition.
Yes. Like you've lived a whole other life.
I decided to quit my full-time job at the start of 2024 on the yachts, which was so scary.
Do you remember back to a time when maybe you wasn't feeling positive, but you still had to fake it?
Take a second, just breathe. Do things that you enjoy. You can't punish yourself all the time. If you're on a diet, have a bit of chocolate. If you're tired and run down, have an extra 10 minutes in bed. Everyone is so different, but you have to make time for yourself. So determination, motivation is good, but it doesn't last. You have to be so consistent. Like, the consistency is what pays off. So I obviously started off in the yachting industry. So I used to work 2 months on and then I'd have 2 months off. So we were working some crazy shifts. We'd do sort of 15, 16-hour days every day for 2 months solid. And I've always been quite a creative person. So I've always really enjoyed art and photography and content creation. And I was doing it more for myself to start with. I sort of, to be honest with you, I just needed to get rid of all of my photos on my phone. So I started dumping them on Instagram. And people sort of started picking up on it and they started to enjoy it and sort of engage with my content. And I sort of thought, you know what, this would be a pretty cool industry to get into, as tricky as we know it can be. Because everyone seems to be doing sort of content creation now, which is really cool. But it's a tricky market to be in. But yeah, I think I decided to put all of my eggs in one basket, and I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do content creation and modeling, I have to go in 100% because I can't half-heartedly sort of do this. So I decided to quit my full-time job at the start of 2024 on the yachts, which was so scary. It was a bit of a ballsy move because I really enjoyed my job. I loved yachting. I loved the traveling that it brought, and I loved the sort of freedom that I had where I only worked sort of half the year, which did allow me to do my modeling and my content creation. However, it was really hard to get signed with an agency for modeling, and you couldn't put all of your effort in because you sort of had to start working on other things. But so I think the last year and a half has been amazing. But it's been tricky. It has been tricky. Trying to come up with content every day is so hard. And you really have to tap into your sort of creative section. And sometimes that can be really difficult when you're like demotivated or you're having a flat day. And it's just the sort of consistency, because determination, I always say determination, motivation is good, but it doesn't last. You have to be so consistent. Like, the consistency is what pays off.
100%.
So if you're feeling flat and not motivated one day, you've got to be like, consistency is gonna get me forward than motivation.
I think it's also about having that purpose, isn't it? And I think everyone's individual purpose is different. And I love that you've tapped into that, because we're literally just going to get into that, because I want you to walk us through your creative process and like how you balance like staying authentic and then creating content that resonates with your audience. Because I think one fun fact, guys, we're all content creators sitting here. This is a great chat for us to have, because I feel like even though we're all in the same industry, our niches are very, very unique. And obviously,
true, actually.
It is. It's very different. So tell us a bit about that. Like how...
And then I have a question after.
Yeah.
So I think my sort of style of creation is, I love to travel. I love the sort of luxury side of things. It is very authentic to me. And it's one of those, I think you have to be so authentic in who you are and really be able to work with brands and collaborations. You really have to like think, is this what I would do? Is this where I would stay? Is this the sort of product I would use? Because I think the industry nowadays can be seen as very salesy and very advertising. And I am very much, if I wouldn't use the product, if I wouldn't dine at that restaurant, if I wouldn't stay at that hotel, I will not collaborate with you. And you have to be authentic and true to yourself, 100%. Because otherwise you're putting out all of these, like, well, how would you say it? You're putting out all of these facts and everything to people. And
But it doesn't resonate with you.
Yeah, if it doesn't resonate with you,
it won't resonate with
it won't resonate with other people. Exactly. And you're influencing. Influencing is so powerful.
Yeah.
And you're having an impact on people's daily lives. And they will aspire and they will strive to be like you in some ways. Not that I would recommend that.
Girl, I mean, looking at you, I want to aspire to have that hair.
Yeah. It's not real. Well, it's real hair. It's just not my real hair.
It looks amazing, honestly.
Thank you. But yeah, I think it's just really important to stay true to yourself and be able to show people, what you enjoy rather than
you have to be an open book to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, and I say to a certain extent because there's obviously things you don't want to share with people and that you really cherish close to you. But I just love your energy. I love how open you are, and that translates for sure with your page. I want to go back because I have a little question.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, this podcast is all about feeling exceptional and helping others to feel the same. So you mentioned when you was on the yacht, you was on for 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, and I've watched Below Deck. I don't know if anyone else. Yeah. Like you don't, sometimes you're sharing with a man or with a woman. Like you're in very close proximity.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
Okay.
You are in a bunker. Like
I was in a cabin of 4 when I first started.
Wow.
And we
and
were
all
when
sharing
I say,
a bathroom, right?
Yeah, there was we had 6 girls sharing the same bathroom, toilet, and then shower block. But the thing is, I'm 6 foot. I was like a sardine in that bed. I kid you not. I was like this the whole time. My feet poked the wall at the end, and you didn't have room to roll. You are literally sardines packed in there.
Did you have a window? Do you sometimes get a window?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't get a window. No.
But like, how do you? Because I love my pamper nights. I love my self care. How do you fit that in? I mean, 2 months is a long time. So how did you have those little luxuries of feeling, your best self whilst you're working away? Because I guess if you don't feel great, you're not going to be able to perform and be there for your
100%.
guests and for work.
And you have to be.
How do you do that?
Yeah, you have to be on the ball all the time. You're pulling, like I say, you're pulling anything between 12 to 16-hour shifts every day, and you've got to be up. You've got to be positive. And I think you have to have such a positive mindset, and you have to remind yourself of all the things that you're genuinely so grateful for, because otherwise you sort of lose sight of what life is. Sort of say, I'm getting all deep now, but
it's nice because it takes you back, and it just makes you think about all the experiences that emotionally, physically that you were going through at that time.
So do you remember back to a time when maybe you wasn't feeling positive but you still had to fake it?
Fake it till you make it.
What would you do to share with our audience of those times that maybe you were feeling really down, but you still had to put on a smile on your face? Like any coping mechanisms that you can share?
I think you just have to take a second, just breathe, take a step back, enjoy or do things that you enjoy. If it is, you can't punish yourself all the time. If you're on a diet, have a bit of chocolate. If you're tired and run down, have an extra 10 minutes in bed. Don't wake up and exercise if you feel like you have to. If you feel like you have to exercise because it's a way of sort of releasing stress, do that. Everyone is so different, but you have to make time for yourself, and you have to prioritize yourself and allow that. If it is in a lunch break, if it is getting up an hour early. I mean, I get up at 5:30 every morning. I will meditate. I'm not one of those weaky teaky people that sort of do meditate, but I do. I'll get up every morning at 5:30. I'll meditate. I'll do my stretches. I'll go for a run. And it's just a habit that I've got into, and I really enjoy it. And it just allows me to give myself time.
Give me some of that energy, please.
Yeah.
Here's me struggling to get out of bed at 7 a.m. in the morning. And she's out here at 5 a.m. doing running. Please.
It's hard. Do you know, it's hard to start with, but when you get in the routine, it's like,
I love that.
I'm doing this for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have to get up and work. I don't have to get up and do the laundry or do the washing. I'm like, this is my time to do what I want. And as hard as it is to start with, getting up early, I'd recommend it to anyone. Try it tomorrow. Get up set your alarm for 5:30 and get up. You'll have the best day ever. I promise you.
I think I'll have to try that. I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah. You'll be like, I'm going to sleep.
I just so much up.
It's 3:00. I'm having a power nap.
How long has that routine worked for you? Like, how long have you been doing that? Like 5:30 a.m.
2 days. No, I'm joking.
Just the last 2 days. Right?
Yeah, just this morning actually. No, I've been doing that for. It's a pretty new thing, to be honest with you. I've probably been doing it for about 6-7 months. But it's still, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are days and I'm like, I am shattered. I'm going to hit the snooze button. Or I'll just set my alarm for like 7 o'clock. But I'm an early bird. I am an early bird.
So I have to say, like when I first met you, you have, like I said, you have this aura, like you're so positive. And I just remember, so we was on a trip together and we came in to do some watercolor painting.
Oh yeah.
And you literally, I had no idea who you were, but you came in and you said hello to every single person and shook their hands. And that was just so rare. Like
Is it?
Yeah. No one really does that. And I was just like, wow, this girl's like so nice. And I was just, it really just took me a step back, but in a good way. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet. She just introduced herself. She said hello. She shook my hand. Like, wow.
She's formal. Give me a hug, girl.
I really appreciated that because it made me feel at ease. And where did you learn that from? Like just through work, or was like your parents like that? Like, where did you get this confidence? Like, share with us, please.
Do you know what? I don't even know. I think I felt like I'm so interested in people, and I feel like there are certain boundaries. Obviously, I've like gone in before and hugged people, and they're like, "Whoa, like I don't want to hug." So I'm like, I'll do like a formal handshake to start with, and see how they get on. But I think just you've got to live your life, and you've like there's no point in being negative. There's no point in being
100%.
down all the time and miserable and boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you can be positive, you have so many good things that come your way. The amount of good things that have happened to me because I've said, hi, how's your day?
Like projecting positive energy and attracting that back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I'll go into a coffee shop and I'll be like, hi, how's your day? How have you been? And they're like, yeah, really good. I'll give you a free biscuit. And I'm like, perfect. Happy day. And I don't do it all for the free biscuits. However, I just think manners and positivity cost nothing.
Yeah, 100%.
They cost nothing. And it can make someone's day because you never know what they're going through.
Yeah.
Is there a certain fragrance or a certain candle or a certain something that just gives you that warmth of like, this is a bit of me or represents me?
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course. I have to say as well, when I came in here, this was possibly the nicest smelling room I have ever walked into.
Did you hear that?
Honestly, it was like a woof.
Yeah.
A warmth. I don't even know what, I was like, what? You know when you go into somewhere and you're like, what is that smell? Where can I get it from? Give it to me now.
It's all here for you,
Yeah, I'm like, I need all of it. No, that candle smells divine.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything, do you know what? I've always been, and this isn't because I'm on this podcast, oud. There is something to do with oud. It's rich. It's like, I don't even have the words for it. My hands are going like this. I'm like, yes, give it to me.
It just touches the soul.
It does. It really does. There's a certain wealth around oud, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but
it taps you into like a different world, doesn't it?
it does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Like a magical world.
Yeah.
So mysterious, magical.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like us ladies can tap into the fact that you have a signature scent, something that screams you. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've tapped into layering. So like I'll have a oud and then a floral and then something completely different. And I'm like, let me try that concoction.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Oh.
Like I always thought oud, for me growing up in my household, in a Moroccan household, oud was everywhere.
Everything, yeah.
So, but I always, because scents and perfume have such strong connections to memory.
Yes.
I always associate oud with older people.
Yeah.
But I feel like C&O, we've done it so well where it's been modernized. So like there's a fragrance that we have that's like, I love roses, and it's oud and rose.
I'm the same. That's why as soon as I saw you today and gave you a hug, I was like, oh my gosh, you smell
amazing.
divine.
There's one with vanilla in it. Like there's just so many.
I just want to spray them.
Oh, there we go. Desert Rose. That's the one that is my absolute favorite. I think you'll love it.
That'll probably be a bit of me.
Yeah.
That'll be gone at the end of this.
It's
They'll be like, where's Desert Rose gone? Martha's got it in all of their pockets. Do you know what my favorite time of the year is though? Christmas.
Same.
Really?
Oh, was it called? I'm an Ember baby. From October to December.
That's your vibe?
That is my vibe.
Yeah.
Caramel. Give me caramel.
Caramel's very like,
Ooh.
oh yeah. I'm
sweet.
I'm like,
yeah.
You like a bit of that vanilla?
Vanilla, gourmand.
Gourmand. Oh, I love it.
It doesn't work throughout the whole year, even though I try.
Yeah.
Because in the summer it can be too sickly.
Yeah.
But like the winter
you need something a little bit more fresh.
You need something rosy or 100%. Going back to obviously content creation, you know, you influence thousands of people on a daily, on a daily.
It's crazy
so
to
like,
think, really.
Yeah, isn't it? Like, you know what it is? I feel like sometimes we forget that those thousands of people, they're actually people. You know, those numbers are actually people. So it's insane. And there's a lot of people that you're influencing that you might not be interacting with on a day-to-day, but you have had an impact in their lives in some way or another. And it's a lovely feeling.
It is really,
Yeah, it is.
It's a slightly nerve-wracking feeling at the same time.
Yeah.
You're like, I want the best for everyone and I want everyone to have the best life.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't want anything to be badly impacted on anyone. So you have to be so careful. But carry on, sorry, you were still...
No, so that comes down...
Do you feel that pressure then? Do you feel that pressure of like, I have to be perfect and it has to...
I don't think anyone is perfect. So it would be hard for me to portray like the perfect image because everyone's perfect in their own way. I think the chaos, the chaos of it is what makes it so perfect. And it is what makes you.
Because that's what people want to see. And they want to see
people don't want to see everything prim and proper.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they also, it kind of gives them the door in to see you as you. And that's why they're following you. And that's why they're supporting your content.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful feeling. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to ask, like, how do you approach that responsibility? And like, what do you hope that, you know, your supporters and your people take away from your content?
Yeah, no, of course. I think I would just hope that people can take away that life isn't perfect. You can only do as best as you can do. And there's so much to the world and there's so much more than just your sort of hometown. Like the world is a massive place. I love to travel. I love to see different places, eat different foods. And it's just a really cool platform to be able to show that. But like I say, I'd never portray or show anything that I wouldn't personally use or eat or stay. Because that can be tricky because you can get offered, like you say, you can get offered a lot of money to stay at certain places or collaborate with certain brands, but you have to be authentic to yourself. And if you're not, then how can you be trusted?
So that's something that I want to tap into, because I feel like as people who are already in the industry or trying to get into the industry, it's finding that common ground of, do I go for this opportunity because it's with this brand and it's, you know, it's such a huge thing, or do I stay true to myself and think, okay.
Yeah, and I think especially when you're first starting out as well, you want to take as much. You don't want to say no to anything.
100%.
You're like, oh, yes. Like, yes. Have you ever seen the film Yes Man?
Yes.
And it's like, just say yes to everything.
Just say yes.
But you have to remember, like, I am influencing people. They are looking at what I'm doing and they are potentially going to go to that restaurant or they're potentially going to buy that item of clothing or this piece of jewelry. And it's like, if it's not necessarily if it's not good, but you have to, you just have to be authentic. You just have to stay true. But I think when I first started, it was such an unknown. You haven't got, like, our generation nowadays, we haven't really got much guidance from our parents. Like, you'd usually ask your mom and dad or your grandparents or older siblings, like how and what you do. You're sort of in it on your own sometimes. And when you're first starting off, you don't have an agency. And
you're building yourself.
And it's really hard to know what's right and what's wrong. So you've just got to think, like, what feels right. And you know in your gut what is right. 100%. You will always, like, follow your gut, follow your intuition, and 100%. You can never go wrong.
People now get into content creation because they think it's quick money. And that's all there is. And I actually get looks when I say to people, it's not about the money for me. Like,
you can't
do passion.
This is not an industry to be in for the money.
Exactly. 100%. Because we all know, sat here, that money in this industry is not always steady. You know, it's up and down. You won't get paid maybe till 3 months from now.
I think that's something we can definitely tap into as well. By the way. Because I agree. I think, like, we were having a chat about this earlier.
We were like, oh my God, me too.
We were like, so we'll just go for the same thing.
And I'm sure there's women out there that maybe want to start their own business or they're freelancing and they're like, crap, how do I navigate this sort of side of the business? And we're all in the same boat.
And I think it's not really spoken about either. Everyone always seems to have this perfect life.
See the pretty side.
And 100%. They always see the pretty side. They see the beautiful hotels and the perfect hair and the perfect picture.
And the cars.
They don't. In the cars. Exactly. And it's like, I've had to wait bloody 3 months to be paid to afford these things. Or I've had to, and you have to be so patient in the industry and you have to have a real, like, love for it in order for it to sort of work out for you, because you 100%. Can't rely on it just necessarily for the money, because you don't know when you're going to get paid. You don't know when your next paycheck might come in. And I think, you just have to love what you're doing. And I think if you love what you're doing, the money naturally comes in.
it's not always about the money. Sometimes you'll do things because you genuinely support them.
Yeah.
And you think, a great message. And you're like, wow, I really want to show my support.
100%.
And then there we go.
I've had hotels in the past and I've stayed at them numerous times and then they've invited me back and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so exciting because I genuinely love that hotel or I genuinely love that restaurant. And it's so nice when they invite you back as a creator for them. But to have that natural sort of love for something is, it's really nice.
I think since we're tapping into this, I want to ask you, when was your moment when you tapped into the creator industry where you had your first kind of brand or a brand that you've always wanted to work with and you were like, this is my moment?
Yeah.
Like, when was that and how was that feeling?
My gosh. Do you know what? So I've been doing this full time for almost 2 years now and I've been dabbling in and out the creative industry and the modeling industry for about sort of, like I say, 6, 7, 8 years. That's a very rough span. Anyway,
she's experienced.
Yeah,
she knows what she's doing.
A few years.
She's booked and busy.
We pretend. Going back to the fake it till you make it. I think. Do you know what? It's actually only been recently, and I still get emotional thinking about it. I had a collaboration with Victoria's Secret.
Sorry, I saw that. See you on that ramp. I wanted you to bring it up. I do, but I saw that and I was like, "Wow, congratulations!"
Oh my god, amazing!
Oh my god, when I had the email come through, my heart fell out of my body. I burst into tears because do you know what? I actually had a conversation with one of my friends, funny enough, called Victoria, about 5 years ago, and I said my dream would be to collaborate with Victoria's Secret, and I said it very loosely. I said it.
The world heard you and was like, she's manifesting this.
Do you know what? Manifestation is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like that is, I've said to some people about it and they're a little bit, okay,
no, I believe in manifesting.
Manifesting is real, but I said it out loud and I was like, I can't believe I've just said that. That's the silliest thing to say because it's never going to happen. It would never work. And when I had that email come through, I sat for a solid 10 minutes and cried. And I was like, I can't believe they want to work with me. I can't believe that because it's such a real thing. And I was like, I can't believe that I've worked up to this position and they now want to work with me.
I think that's
so happy for you.
I was honestly, if that's the only thing that comes out of my influencing content, I'm happy. I'm happy.
But it's moments like that, don't you think, where you look back at the graft when you first started and you're like, oh my God, because I had that when I first started and I was like, okay, where is this going?
Yeah.
Is it going to go anywhere? And
what's
then
my purpose?
What is my purpose? And then when you finally tap into it and then all these opportunities come and then that one opportunity comes where it's like, oh, this was what I did this for.
Yeah.
And it just feels so surreal.
Yeah. And the gratitude. Yeah. And you just feel
so grateful.
Overwhelmed with gratefulness. And you're like, oh my gosh, like the hard work
it
does pay off.
Yes.
And it does pay off. But you have to just keep going and keep going because it can get so demoralizing sometimes and it can feel very overwhelming and it can feel 100%. Like you're not getting anywhere and you're not progressing and I don't have as many likes on my photo or I don't have as many views and it's the algorithm has no rhyme or rhythm anymore.
Gonna get into that.
It has no rhyme or rhythm and you've just got to stay consistent and just trust in yourself and believe in yourself.
And what has been the most challenging aspect of building your platform? I feel like we've kind of touched on it, but like really just be honest. I feel like so many people like can relate when obviously we're all honest. But, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I just don't want to be negative or whatever. But no. But yeah, just anything that you find. It could be something like a PR that you've worked with that been so rude and disrespectful. Like, is there been anything where you've just like wanted to throw in the towel that you can share and how you overcome that? Yeah.
Do you know what? I think where you're working alone, you're not in a team, you're not surrounded necessarily all the time with people who you can resonate with. Yeah. I think that can be the sort of hardest. You don't have a boss to guide you. You don't have a mentor necessarily if you're not signed with someone. Yeah. And I think it's just, like I say, the consistency that can be so challenging. And they say you have to post every day. You have to come up with engaging content. You need a hook. And it's
trending.
Yeah. What's trending, what music's trending, and it can be so hard to come up with ideas and ideas that are real and authentic at the same time because 100%. It's tricky. I always say there's a saying, there's a reason the Olympics is held every 4 years. And that is because if those athletes had to train and perform every single day, they would just crash. Yeah. And you need to give yourself time and you need to allow yourself time to have a break and have some downtime because you can't be on top form every single day. It's just not realistic. It's not possible. And I think you've just got to pick up the days where you're feeling high, and then people are bound to have flat days. You're bound to have low days because it can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. And I'm so self-critical. I know so many people will be pretty self-critical as well. But you point out your flaws unintentionally, but it's because of the standards that you want to set, and it's because you want everything to be just the best.
I think you also know your potential. So when you're having those days and you're like, why am I feeling like this? I just don't get it. And you can't seem to control that. I think that also, you know.
Sometimes I feel like that feeling can feel like anxiety.
Yeah.
100%.
I get that
definitely
all the time. I'm slowly learning to give myself those days. I call it my rot day.
Oh, I love
that. I like that.
I just don't do nothing. Like I will be
slippers
in bed,
on.
Slippers. I mean, sometimes I don't even shower, guys. Like I'm just like, I'm gonna rot. And like, don't wash my hair. I'll get takeout. I'll just watch like stuff on TV.
She's
like
just a girl.
I love that. Just being a girl.
Yeah,
when there's like no one around, and I always try and organize it when there's no one in the house either, because I just feel like you need it. Yeah. And then when you have that everything shower the next day, oh my God, I feel like a new woman.
Yeah.
Feel like a new woman. But yeah, those feelings of like, you know your potential.
Yeah.
You are your own manager, your own accountant, creative director, photographer, editor.
Everything.
You are everything.
Yeah.
And just the pressure.
Yeah.
It's something you enjoy.
Yes.
It's overwhelming. But then you're like, but there's more. Like I can give. It's such a hard line to balance.
And that's the thing. Like, you know, people that are like, oh, you influencers just go to nice places and get invited here and there. It takes a lot of graft. Okay, you guys don't see the behind the scenes hours where we put on, where we're up at crazy o'clock editing and, like you said, doing all those crazy things and making amends. And it is. It's very intense.
I remember when I first started, my sister and like friends of mine, they'd be like, "Can you get me tickets for this? Oh, can you get me into that restaurant?" And I'm like, yeah, if
I just about get there myself.
It's not like I can just get my foot through the door
and
like just do it. Like, and they don't actually realize like nothing comes for free in this industry.
100%.
Right? You get a gifted stay. Well, it's not for free, honey. Like you have to produce
You have to work. Yeah. And it all seems very glamorous, but that's because we show the glamorous side of things. You don't see the fighting with your tripod and trying to set up lighting and
like
trying
lighting
to
or if you're on location, like the amount of times I've been in a cubicle toilet and it's not glamorous and I'm there changing and I'm like, I wish people could see, but obviously I'm not gonna put my camera because my everything's out. But I'm like, this is what they don't see. They don't see the graph. They don't see, oh my, there'll be times I've got like a suitcase, a bag, this. And
your hair's sweating and you're just hot and flustered and you just, it's like when you go and try things on in the changing room and you get hot and flustered. Imagine doing that, but then having to take photos.
I know you're like up on time because you're like, oh my God, I need to get that, the sun's going down, the sun's out. I need to get that golden hour moment. Yeah, 100%.
And we live in this industry. I feel like after COVID, like online social media, everything is content now. Like you think you're just going to go for a nice holiday? Well, then you're like, no, wait. I could do this bank it for later. It's just so hard.
Yeah, your brain's constantly ticking.
Constantly going. But have you had any situations where like the people around you have just not really understood what you do and like they've been, like I said, like my sister knows this. She knows. Like she's like, can you get me tickets for V Festival? I'm like, well, it would look suspicious if I'm not there. Like if I'm with her friends, I'm like, well, I have to be there for me to show the content. Like, have you ever had, when you first started, like friends or family members just think it's so easy, like just get us a reservation?
Yeah, I think they don't see the graph that goes into it. For every 10 people I message, I might hear back from 3 and then I might be successful with one. And they don't ever see that. And the graph that you have to put in with all these emails that you send and all the messages that you send and looking at brands that you genuinely want to work with, they don't ever see that. And they're like, oh, she's just eating nice food again. And it's like, but all that nice food is absolutely frozen cold because it's taken me so long to stage this.
Take the content.
Oh my God, move so the knife slightly. That napkin's out of place.
But like that being said, there were some restaurants that I went to where, you're taking content and then they feel so bad that you taking obviously the content and the food's cold, so they'll take it back and warm it up for you.
I've never had that before.
I've never had that.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. But that's very rare.
Oh, that is very
shout
rare.
out to those restaurants,
Yeah,
though.
I was just there's me like eating cold chips, and that's why I try and like go for like salads. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's so healthy getting a salad." I'm like, it's because it won't go cold.
Oh God.
And you can actually
Because it's
enjoy
already
it.
cold.
Because there's that term, the camera eats
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that
Have you
before. The
not?
camera eats first.
Camera eats first.
Yeah, yeah,
I say that to
yeah.
my partner
I
all
love
the
that.
time.
100%.
Oh, that's
my
my new
family are
phase.
so used to it now where when the food comes, they don't even, like, no one's
Everyone
moving.
sits back.
Everyone sits back and they're
Hands
like, okay,
back.
do your thing. And my lights out and I'm like, ee.
That's so,
But yeah,
my
they're
parents
so
have
used
just
to
started
it.
getting that. I'm like, don't touch that.
Yeah.
My mum has started, and bless my mum, I absolutely love her to bits. She's started saying like, do you need this moved at all? Do you want me to move this in? And she's like, do you need my hand? And I'm like, no, take the hand out. And she's like, do you want me to stab the olive? I'm like, you stab that
you
olive.
stab that olive.
Yeah. And she's my mum's in the creative industry as well. She does
is
a bit
she?
of like acting and TV work. She's done all sorts as old mama. She's been on The
Wow.
Crown. She's been in Budweiser. Shout out.
Damn.
Yeah, Lewis
Do a little
Capaldi
plug for
music
your mum.
videos. Yeah, mum's she's class. She's
Do you
class.
think that's where you got it from?
Yeah,
then?
I was just going to
Yeah,
say.
possibly. Do you know, she's recently picked up on that. She's been doing it for about 10 years or so now, but we're both very arty and she's very well trained with the camera. Mama Bear is good with the camera.
Oh, you're so
Wow.
lucky.
Yeah.
I say to my mum, can you take a photo? And she's like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's taken some training.
Yeah. I'm like, no, closer.
Yeah.
She's like, but I can't see. I can't
Yeah.
see.
Oh, bless.
And my partner's really good as well, James. He's
That's
amazing. He's really good. And it has taken some training as well with him. But
Because your content looks just so professional. So
Yeah.
you are literally, this is all you or family and friends, right?
yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
I
We
love it.
try. Yeah, my partner operates the drone. So he's got
Damn.
I
He's
mean,
got a drone?
Yeah.
Snazzy hey, yeah. I am
Yeah.
rubbish. Computer games, count me out. So he is the drone,
Yeah.
the drone fanatic.
Yeah.
But there's been times we've been like sailing or we've been on a boat and he'll take off. If anyone has flown a drone before, they will know how difficult this is.
Right.
Taking a drone off from a boat, a moving boat, there is no home for that drone to go to. So you need to catch that. And the amount of times we have been on a boat and it's been rocking and a rolling
Damn.
and I've had to catch this blooming drone and it's so difficult because the propellers
Yeah.
are going so fast. I've like chopped off some nails before, I've skimmed the top, I've cut myself before and you have to flip it upside down.
What you have to do for content, eh?
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
And
It
it's
is.
scary because you're like, I cannot drop this drone
Yeah.
in the
The
sea
water,
because
exactly.
they're expensive. Actually, they're
100%.
coming down in price now, but yeah.
Really, yeah.
We're sidetracking, we're blabbering. Sorry, I can't help myself.
So
Yeah.
yeah, going back to like your social media presence as well, what I do love about you, because you don't just do social media, like you've been on a couple of TV shows as well. And like now you're getting into modeling, you're a Victoria's Secret model.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't say that.
Well, basically, at this point, you are.
Yeah. But I love like how you can poke fun at yourself. Like you've posted some videos of where like you're literally like just taking the piss out of yourself. And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's just so endearing. And not many people can do that. I think because you do look so polished, it's like, wow, you've got this other side to
Yeah.
you. And that's what I love. And I hope that
Oh,
comes
thank
across on this
you.
podcast. Like you are so genuine. You are genuinely nice.
Yeah.
You know, I can tell she doesn't
It's
live in
true.
London.
I'm going to walk out and
because-
she's going to be like, this
She's
girl.
not a London girl for sure.
You're not a London girl.
No, because she's
I
too
say hi
nice.
to everyone in the
Yeah.
streets of London. I walk past me, hi, and
nice.
they just sort of walk
No,
straight
but
past me. I'm like,
Mona's
why do I
fine,
saying hello?
When you literally walk in, your energy is just so enthusiastic.
really
and it's
is.
all
Oh,
love.
that means so much
you
to
know,
me.
so yeah.
And
she's
you are
right.
an open book, and I just
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that about you. I think it's great. And was that a conscious decision that you wanted to do? Was like to share? Like I love your bloopers videos. I think they're hilarious.
What could I say?
And yeah, was that a conscious decision, or was you just like, you know what, this is funny, like I'm just going to share it?
Yeah, do you know what? I think I am me.
Yeah.
I am me, and
I
there's
love
no point
that.
in faking it.
Yeah.
I'm not some perfect person who always has a hair done, always has a makeup done. Like there are days where I'm going to be silly. Like I do like to have a laugh. I think life is for having fun as
Yeah,
well,
of
and you
course.
can't take it so seriously
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you have to get the exact photo. And don't get me wrong, I love getting a good shot, but there
Yeah.
are times and you'll spill a coffee or you'll slip up
yeah.
or you'll make a mistake. And I feel like it's important to ground yourself and be able to say like, this is actually my real life. Like
Yeah.
it might seem prim and proper and polished in
Yeah.
some aspects, but 9 times out of 10, like it's chaos.
Yeah. Because we live in a world where I think so, and we touched on this, where so many people will post for monetary gain,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you're literally posting a side of yourself that you know doesn't really have any benefit. You're not
Yeah.
getting paid for it, but you're just
Yeah.
like, you know
It's
what,
being you.
Yeah.
it's being authentically you.
Yeah.
What do you hope people take away from that?
That's such a good question. Do you know what? I just hope people can take away from my content, like you need to enjoy yourself
Yeah.
and you shouldn't take things so seriously, and just enjoy life because we've got a very short time
Yeah.
on this planet, and there's so much to explore. There is so much to see. And there are so many people and amazing people and talented people that you can meet. And I feel like if you can just say yes to as many things as possible, obviously if they're authentic to you, then do it. Then go for it, because
100%.
there will be a time that you're older and you can't do those things.
And you look back at it and be like, why did I not?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I heard somewhere that you only have around 60 summers left, like in your life, and it made me just go like,
they give me the goosebumps.
60 summers, and it's
planning.
like, and they're like, just live it, like stop crying over that boy, stop worrying about things that don't matter, people that don't show up 100%, for you, and have fun and laugh at yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And the industry we're in as well, with social media, people are so hypercritical of themselves, and they are so conscious of a spot or a bit of cellulite or a wrinkle or anything like that. And it's like, we're humans. Yeah. We're normal. We're like, that is so normal to have. And I feel like you've just got to embrace it. Yeah. You're not going to look back. I saw a quote the other day and it said, people aren't going to be stood at your funeral and say what great body you had.
I saw that.
Her body was amazing. I mean, some people I can think off the top of my head and I'm like, damn, you've got a great body. However, it's the fun that you've had. It's the
100%.
laughter. It's the enjoyment that you get out of it. Yeah. And like, go and eat that cheesecake, go and have fun. And I think it's so important, and you've just got to live your life. And
I think there is that side of social media that I think a lot of people, we see, but we don't really talk about, which is that expectation. And not just content creators, but people who are just scrolling, like young girls and even like women who are going through certain phases in their life. You do feel that pressure sometimes.
Yeah, I do.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I was going to say to you, like personally, outside of social media, how do you kind of get yourself to overcome those phases and like that period when you feel like, okay, I'm having a day where, I'm not feeling my best. Like,
do you go to your partner?
Yeah,
is
like
it self-care?
Is it self-care? Like,
is it a girl's night? Is it a bottle of wine?
Or you just need a time?
A bottle of wine.
Always helps. Always.
Do you know, I don't actually really drink, so it's never the alcohol, to be honest with you. But where my partner works overseas still, I used to work with him, I am on my own for 2 months. At a time. So I don't have my partner. I obviously have him on the phone, but he is a very busy man.
Grafting.
He's grafting. He's out there grafting.
Yeah.
I think you've just got to take time for yourself, and you have to give yourself days off.
Yeah.
Like you have to give yourself days where you do things and you go to places and you're not taking pictures of them all the time. You can't be constantly creating content.
Yeah.
There are days and I go out and I won't take any pictures.
Yeah. You just need that
maybe like detox. One time out of like 10 because I'm always taking pictures. But I think, you've just, I don't even know what I'm about to say. I've just lost my
train.
Take days for yourself.
Just take days for yourself.
Take days for yourself. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay to have a down day.
Do you usually, will you go out or will you stay at home or?
I will usually go around my parents' house. I'll usually go around my parents' house. Yeah, I sort of crash the party. I'm like, Mum, what's for dinner? First thing I do, I'm like, hi, Mum. Mwah, mwah. Yeah, where's the fridge? And I will go straight into that fridge because I don't know what it is about parents' houses. Their fridges are always topped up. They are full to the brim. I'm like, why does my fridge have like nothing in it apart from a couple of bottles of water and maybe some blueberries?
Yeah.
And then Mum
mine actually has face masks.
Oh,
does it?
Damn. Okay.
My boyfriend actually thought it was a yogurt one. I was like, no, stop. It's like the traditional ones that you actually put on your face, not a sheet mask.
I was gonna say.
And it was from Lush, and he was like, I thought this was yogurt. I was like, no.
Don't tell me he ate it.
He tried to. I was like, no.
How did it taste?
No, we literally unopened it and like took it. I was like, no, that is
that is one posh looking yogurt.
And it's like bright pink as well.
Oh my God.
And he thought it was a face mask. But I don't have any food.
Yeah.
My wine fridge is fully stocked.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
my actual fridge is full of beauty products.
I love that. Yeah, you like it's
She's
like one of those.
Content,
I was going to say it's like when you open the fridge and it's actual.
Open the fridge and everything's in there.
It's funny because people come to my house, they know I don't have any food.
Yeah,
they know. But yeah, parents always have food. I love
parents. It's always nice, and like you've got to confide in your friends and your family and stuff now and again because they're there to bring you back down and ground you sometimes because you forget what the real world is like.
Yeah.
If you're so caught up in content and producing
and
content.
I think it's important to be able to have that cleanse or that toxicity.
Toxicity.
Social media cleanse. You need it, 100%.
Yeah.
But talking about that, now I think outside of social media and doing what you do so well,
Thank you.
what is a guilty pleasure or like a fun fact about you that might surprise people?
That's a good question.
That is such a good question. A guilty pleasure or a fun fact. This is when I found out I'm really boring and I don't have any fun facts about me. I'm trying to think.
Well, I found out today you love being in slippers. That's
Oh,
a big
yeah.
fun fact, because you're so polished.
Yeah.
I bring my slippers everywhere.
That's
I was
good.
going to bring them today and then I was like, is that really unprofessional? I was like, I probably can't bring them. But yeah, my slippers will come everywhere. And sometimes I'm like, is this rude? Like bringing your slippers around someone's house. So like, I don't want to step on your floor. Like they're just so comfy. If I have a fluffy pair of slippers with me, I'm happy. They're usually in my bag, but not today.
Anything else?
Do you know what's really random? And this is
Go
really
for it.
irrelevant.
Go for it.
I can do really cool bird noises.
No way.
Thank you.
Oh my
That
God.
wasn't really
was
the
so
question.
good.
But yeah, bird noises.
Oh, I love.
And do you know what's really funny? And this is, my boyfriend's going to kill me for saying this because he thinks it's really embarrassing. Have you ever seen Enchanted?
Yes.
You know, and it's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I love doing voices.
that's so
Anything voices.
sweet.
How,
That's
what? I can't
amazing.
even remember how it goes. How do you do? You guys are going to think I'm really
No,
fucking
they
weird.
want more. We want more.
Come on.
I've forgotten how the thing goes. No, thank you. Oh, scared.
Oh my God.
I feel like I should be part of a Disney.
I was going to
show.
say, you should get into like voice impressions or like.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hot and flustered
No,
now.
that's so good.
Add that
I
to your
wanna hear
resume.
more.
Yeah.
Add it
What
to the
are you good at? Children's voices? Acting like I'm a squirrel?
Okay, this is going to be off the charts, but can you do Horrid Henry? Because I've seen a lot of people that do
Horrid Henry?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
How'd you do that?
How do you do that?
I'm not going to do that.
Go on. Wait, I
can't
don't even know
do
how
it.
that go. I remember watching Horrid Henry though.
Okay, so I can't do Horrid Henry, but I can do not Rude Ralph, Moody Margaret.
Go.
Sorry, no, Sour Susan, when she goes, yeah, Henry.
Oh my God, that was good. That was so
appalling.
good.
That was really good.
No, that was
I'm
appalling.
going to give you props.
I like
That was
that.
appalling.
I
Please
like
don't
that.
zoom in on me because it's not
Oh my God,
happening.
please don't zoom in on me now. I've got like a Sula. So I'm like sweating. This place is
Oh my God. No, seriously, you should get into voice impression. That's really good.
Yeah.
I need to hear that bird noise one more time.
Hmm?
I need to hear that bird noise one more time. That's insane. That is insane.
Oh, the wows. Thank you. Cheers, guys.
I think we should end on that.
You guys-
to be-
Yeah, I think that's a good
Oh
note
my God,
to
imagine
end
ending.
on.
Martha has turned into a bird.
Oh my God. That would
No.
be part of your promo clip. It would just be.
Honestly,
I can't even do
She's a
it.
weirdo.
So, Martha, thank you so much for coming and
Thank you
to
for having
say
me.
a huge thank you. We wanted to gift you something
From
from Candles and Oud. Do you wanna-
Oh my
shall
gosh.
we- shall
I'm
we-
like,
how are we
the
going to
mic's
do
restricting me.
There we go.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Can I open it
Enjoy.
now?
Of course, if you want
Can I
to.
actually?
For your
Am I
next
allowed?
self-care.
Yeah.
Or shall I
night.
wait?
Up to you.
I'm going to open it now. Can I
yeah.
open it now?
Yeah, of course. It's a scent that we feel like would represent you.
Yeah.
Oh, a night in Paris.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my faves, by the way.
Cute.
I'm such a creature of habit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shall I do a little unboxing?
I love unboxing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
let me
night
just-
in Paris. Do you know what? That feels like it's a candle. I feel like I need
Yeah.
a little smell. This is what I'm like. Hand model mode.
Yeah.
Like,
She's in her element.
Ooh la la.
This size is actually really great. So
Yeah.
that when you're like traveling
It's
or
perfect.
going
Oh.
anywhere, that
Have you
allows
smelled
you to
this?
light a
Yeah.
flame.
It's one of my faves.
It's good.
That is so good. Oh my gosh. People are going to be like, she's acting. I'm not. That smells unreal. Oh, a night in Paris. Here I come. That is going to be lit as soon as I'm home. Thank you so much.
No,
Thank
thank
you
you so much.
Hopefully, when you do have your self-care night, you'll think of us.
Yeah.
And
Always.
Feel
Yeah.
exceptional.
feel excited.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.